How to create a virtual office using Blackboard and Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, here to refer to as BBCU. That way our students can drop in during our office hours. Start by opening Google Chrome. All right, so first we need to get to Blackboard. So I'm going to go to the URL field and type in fcps.blackboard.com. Enter and log in. All right, then we're going to go to courses, and there's a list of our currently visible courses. I'm going to click on this little gear right here, and that way we can look for the course that we want to use to add all our enrollments into, so that we only have to have one Blackboard Collaborate session running for our virtual office instead of having one for every classroom. We're going to create a new classroom or convert a classroom that we don't need, absolutely don't need. Be careful, don't accidentally use one that you need. We're going to delete the enrollments from this classroom that we don't need, and then we're going to add all the enrollments into it. All right, let's see if I can find a class that I don't need. I'm going to scroll down at the bottom, or close to the bottom, right above courses in which you are enrolled. And then let's see here. It says 1920. That's the school year, and then I have semester taught courses, S1 for semester 1. I'm going to look for 1920 S2, and there's these learning seminars that I don't need. I don't use them, so I can grab one of those. And here's a learning seminar 1920 S2. I'm going to select that, make sure all the boxes are checked, and then there's this double-headed vertical arrow to the left of it. I'm going to go ahead and select that. Hold the left mouse button down while you drag it up to the top. This will make it easier to work with it later. All the way up to the top. Okay. And then drop. Great. So go to the lower right corner, click on Submit, and there it is at the top. Excellent. Click on that. First thing I think I'll do is change the name. So let's go to Customization, Properties, and there's the course name. Highlight and type over. I'm going to call this Mr. Davis's Virtual Office. And I'm actually going to add in parentheses next to that the course name, just to make it easier for the students. All right, and I'll scroll down here, see what else is in this list here. Make course available. I'm not going to do that yet. I'll do that when I'm all set. And everything else looks fine, so I'm just going to click on Submit. Don't worry that this name hasn't changed yet. Later, when you show it to the class, it'll show up correctly. In fact, just to prove that, I'll come over here and click on Student Preview. There it says Mr. Davis's Virtual Office Engineering, and exit Preview. Click on Continue. All right, now let's remove the users. So right above Customization is Users and Groups. Click on Users. It's working. Oh, it's working. There we go. When you remove the users, you can't remove yourself. There has to be an instructor in the course. So I'm going to go over to Role here, and I'm just going to click on the word Role. And that's going to sort that column. It's working. There we go. And instructors at the top. If it's not at the top after sorting, click on it a second time, and then it should be at the top. All right, so now I can select this checkbox here in the title, and that'll select all the users. Now I'm going to deselect myself, the instructor. Then I'm going to click on Remove Users from the course. I should have an empty enrollment, and I can start copying in all of our other courses enrollments into this course. Click on the Courses tab. And the way enrollment copying works is you have to be in the course where the enrollees are, and then from there you copy the enrollments into the destination course. I have two preps, so I consolidated all my classes into two Blackboard courses. So I'm going to go to my first prep, Engineering 1, click on that, and off to the left here, I'm going to scroll down to Packages and Utilities. I'm going to use Course Copy, and then we're going to select Copy Options Destination. So I'll click in that box. I'm going to select Browse. A little trick to make things easier. We're looking for school year 1920, so type in 1920 dash, and I have semester courses, so I'm going to type in S2 for second semester. And click on Search. It's already at the top, thank goodness. I'm going to select that. That's where we want to copy all the Engineering 1 enrollees into. Click Submit. It will not copy the enrollments unless we select a content area. Let's select something we don't need. It's benign, like glossary. And then scroll down. Select Include Enrollments in the copy. Go to the lower right corner and click on the Submit button. Success. Course copy action queued. An email will be sent when the process is complete. Now let's go find our other courses. Click on Courses. And I have an Engineering 2 course that I want to copy enrollments from as well. This is great. We get to see this process again. And we're going to click on Packages and Utilities. Course copy. Leave that alone. Select copy type. We're copying the enrollees from this course into a destination course. Let's browse for it. Again, year 1920-S2, and we'll search for that. Virtual Office, select the radio button, and then click Submit. And now we need to select some content area in order for this to work, because it will not copy the enrollees unless we've selected something from this list. So we'll just select Glossary. And this course files thing doesn't matter because we're just copying the enrollments. Select Include Enrollments in the copy. Go to the right corner and click on the Submit button. Now we have copied, or rather instructed Blackboard to copy all of our enrollments. This is usually pretty fast. I can come back in here. It says Source, Destination, Complete. Great. Come down here and click on Users and Groups and select Users. And there we can see all our users. If we go to the bottom here, 166 users. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's all of my enrollments or students. Now let's go on to step 2 or step B, where we create a Blackboard Collaborate Ultra Virtual Office session for our students to log into our virtual office. So we click on this little plus sign here to add a tool. So click on Tool Link, and we're going to give this a name. I'm going to call it Mr. Davis's Office, and the type should be Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Click on that. I'm going to go ahead and select Available to Users before I forget. So click on Submit. And over here at the bottom, we see Mr. Davis's Office. I'm going to move that on up to the top, or just underneath Announcements. Actually, we'll move it to the top. Make it a little bit easier and clearer. I like to add a divider. So go to Add, plus here, Divider. And that little line there at the bottom of the list is my divider. Click on the double-headed arrow and hold the left mouse button down while you drag it up and just put it underneath Mr. Davis's Office. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Mr. Davis's Office. Great, so now we have Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, but we actually don't have any sessions created yet. Let's click on the Create Session button. I don't think it matters which one you use. On the right side of your screen where it says New Session, I'm going to type in Mr. Davis's Virtual Office. And do not. This is really important, folks. The direction from, I believe it's from the county, is to not allow guest access. I think that's a really good idea so that we don't have any unknown users in our Blackboard Collaborate Ultra Virtual Office session. So deselect guest access. Absolutely deselect guest access. Okay, great. I have my virtual office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9, so I'll type in 9 a.m. to, and I go till 10:30 a.m. Yours may only be for an hour. That's okay. Space in. Repeat session, yes. My office hours every Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm going to repeat it every week. Tuesday and Thursday are selected. And I'm going to end it after end on date and June 20th. This is so people can actually get in and not freak out when they come in a little bit early. You'll probably want to allow them to come in a little bit early. 15 minutes seems reasonable. Session settings, also important. Allow recording downloads. I'm not going to allow them to record downloads. I am going to anonymize chat messages. That way, the recordings that I may share with the students don't show who asked what questions. Especially important for children under the age of 13. And to ensure compliance with COPA and CIPA rules, that's Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule and Children's Internet Protection Act. All right, moderator permissions, show profile pictures for moderator only. I'm going to select that. Got middle schoolers, they can be pretty creative with their profile pictures. Participants can share audio, no. Share video, no. Post chat messages, no. And draw on a whiteboard and files, no. I will later move participants into a breakout session, and then they will be able to chat with me. Enable session telephony, I'm going to leave that selected. I might have to or want to allow somebody to call in. Private chat, participants can only chat privately with moderators, check. I don't want them communicating with each other during my virtual office hours. Moderators supervise all private chats. I'm going to select that. Now click on save, and there's a session. Now, if you click on this session, you'll see a whole bunch of sessions below. Yes, it already created all of those sessions for every week. During office hours, one of these will appear darkened instead of grayed out. And hopefully students will be able to find that and join the session. Communicate how students can access your virtual office. I suggest using announcements and staff information where you can both share your office hours and how to access your Blackboard Collaborate Ultra Virtual Office. And before you submit your announcement, you can check a box to have it automatically emailed to all respective users. Oh, and don't forget to make your Blackboard Virtual Office course available. Go down to the control panel, customization, properties. All right, and I'll scroll down here. Select yes for make course available, and then scroll down and click on submit. All done. Making lemonade, finally.